Welcome back. Well, this is a topic that we've been talking about a lot. I mean, you see it everywhere, even on social media. I'm talking about the Safety Act. And to break down both sides of cash bail is DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure, Tia. Good to be here.
Let's talk about this. What are the benefits of bail reform?
The benefit is you want the right people in custody. Violent criminals, people charged with violent crimes who are a threat to the public, should remain in custody pending trial. Everybody else has a right to bail and should be out on bail while their cases are pending.
Let's talk about this because it really comes down, it sounds like, to what some of these crimes are. Is this a situation where it's up to the judge to decide if someone gets cash bail or not for crimes like kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, just to name a few? Is that how it works?
So judges will have discretion in certain cases, like armed robbery is a case that is detainable. But for those other offenses you mentioned, second-degree murder, kidnapping, hate crimes, aggravated batteries, robberies, just to name a few, judges will not have discretion unless the person is a willful risk of imminent flight. Their risk to the public and their risk to commit future crimes will not be a criteria. Judges will have no discretion to detain those individuals, even if they're a danger to the community.
So let's talk about that. It's a key word there that you mentioned that has a lot of people alarmed all across the state of Illinois. It's the word danger, okay? Crime is up in a lot of different areas across our state. What are the dangers of the Safety Act, and is it too late to repeal it before January 1st?
The danger is that the law as written removes discretion of judges who are really in the best position to make decisions on detention or not. There are large categories of crimes where detention is not possible unless the person is a flight risk. That's the real problem with the law. It is fixable. We are pushing to get a law similar to what New Jersey has. New Jersey eliminated cash bail in 2017, and that law gives judges discretion in every criminal case to detain someone if they're a threat to the community or likely to intimidate witnesses or obstruct justice. And that's what we're asking for. And yes, there is still time to fix this law before January 1st.
Now, let's just talk about this really quickly before I let you go. Let's say this law is not fixed before January 1st, and come January 1st, it is actually a law here in the state as it is. Is this a situation where you potentially see crime going up across the state?
We are going to have people charged with violent crimes, violent forcible felonies, who will be out. And if you look at what has happened in New York and California, there was an increase in violent crime. I don't see how Illinois will be any different. So I'm very concerned about an increase in violent crime. But again, I do want to stress there is still time to fix it. And the state's attorneys are working very hard, as we have been for the last year and a half, to fix this law. It is very fixable, where we can still eliminate cash bail, but make sure the right people are in custody and everybody else who's not a danger gets out.
Have you heard anything from the governor on this issue in terms of making some of those fixes?
We have been in discussions with members of the General Assembly, both time to fix it, and the state's attorneys are working very hard, as we have been for the last year and a half, to fix this.
This is a topic that we've been talking about a lot. I mean, you see it everywhere, even on social media. I'm talking about the Safety Act. And to break down both sides of cash bail is DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure, Tia. Good to be here.
Let's talk about this. What are the benefits of bail reform? Fixes.
We have been in discussions with members of the General Assembly, both in the House and the Senate, which is where any bill would have to start.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on and giving your side of things. It's always good to hear actually from people that are in law enforcement versus people just spewing, what their opinions are. So thank you so much, DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin, for joining our program today.
Thank you very much, Tia.
All right, Anthony and Sally, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tia. We appreciate it. All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Ka'alam Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, and also give honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Yakim Adiyah pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. And as you heard, man, over there in Chicago, from the first of Jan 2023. It's gonna be, hey, it sounds like it's gonna be like, the purge, okay? And this right here again, Esau is doing this on purpose, all right? First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, okay? We can't be ignorant what Satan is trying to do. We can't be ignorant what Satan plans is, man, okay? All right, as brothers, who's been watching and following prophecies and so, following what's gonna happen in the future. All these things is happening for it's happening for a reason. It's happening because it is written that such thing is gonna happen. Okay. Second Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Meaning evil times are gonna come. Right? Evil, troublesome. Okay. This is what's coming over there in Chicago. Okay. This is what Esau's. It could be experimental. He's trying to run on Chicago and see how that goes. As we know, Esau always runs experimental in few countries, and just to see how that shit turns out to be, man. Okay, and I believe this might be, one of those experimental that Esau wants to run. Okay, believe it or not, but it's the way you see it, man. It's the way I see it. All right. Let me real quick get this here. Um. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and verse 15. See then that you were circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right, man? We are coming in evil times, man. We just pray and be hope, and be hope. It's like we just pray and hope that we're part of the elect. Okay, whom Yahweh Shem Yahshua is gonna protect when all these, things is happening that Ace is bringing forth, man. Okay, but we gotta be on the watch, man, watching. All right, see what's going on out there. And to you people out there, man, who's not ready for this, hmm, man, you down, man. That's all I can say. It's just gonna be worse for you. It's just gonna be worse, man. It's gonna be crazy out there, and you don't know, you won't know how to, you're not gonna know how to react, how to overcome these things. Okay, Matthew chapter 24, verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Because it's gonna come to a time, man, where all these things are gonna be happening left and right, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna, you need to take things in your own hands. All right, instead of believing Yahweh Shem Shaddai, Yahweh Shem Shaddai got you. You're gonna try to do things in your own hand, and guess what? There goes you, man. We just have to endure unto the end and have that trust and have that faith, man. Pursuant to the book of Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. All right, that's how we're gonna, leave, man. Okay, we've been these times that you see coming up on earth. Isaiah chapter 33. Let me read verse 2. Oh Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in a time of trouble. And that's what we want, and that's what we hoping for. That we keep our faith, and having our minds, what is it, having our minds, you know, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, let me get this preset right here, and I'm gonna get that word in there. Um, bear with me. This the book of is this the one? The word is girded. Okay, gird yourself. Right, have your mind girded with this knowledge, man. All right, Isaiah 46:8. Remember these and show yourselves, man. Bring again to mind all you transgressors. But the thing is, what to remember these and show yourself, man. Okay, the man who the man of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. All right, what's the one precept? Go yourself. Mm, let me get this one in the book of Ephesians. It's the book of Ephesians. All right, chapter 6, verse 17. It reads. He says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that's what we're supposed to get our mind with, man, the word of Yahweh Yahushai. All right? Let me see. Uh, First Thessalonians 5 and 8. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, for an helmet, for an helmet, the hope of salvation. That's this knowledge right here, man. Okay. Let me go here. Go back to the book of Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength and it's like in strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh by Shem Yashai is his treasure. When it says wisdom knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, is meaning it's going what's gonna keep us faithful unto this truth. It's gonna keep us stable, man. Okay, it's gonna keep us um it's gonna give us what's there here? It's gonna keep us it's gonna keep us stability, faithfully, all right, sturdy, okay, within this truth, man. You know, wisdom and knowledge is gonna do that. It's gonna keep us like that, all right, instead of taking things within our own hand, all right. So jump from there, Second Ezra 8:50. For many great misery shall be done unto them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, and we're about to see that, man, especially people that been talking crazy, about his truth, talking crazy to the prophets, coming against, the prophets and all that. You women out there, man, hey, man, all these right here, man, you know, it's gonna lead into some of you getting put to death, especially you women out there, man. There won't be no protection, really. Micah 2:10, arise ye in the power, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction, right, man? Okay? This ain't your fucking rest, man. This ain't your kingdom. This kingdom right here is for Esau. And the Esau, because his time is running low, he's coming with a great wrath and passing all these draconian measurements, you know, for what? For you Jack to really be, be put to death, man. Okay? That's the reason why Esau is bringing this forth. He's passing these laws, man. All right, Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that do therein, for the sword and the destruction drew nigh. And one people shall stand up fight against another, and swords in their hands. We might see this happen over there in Chicago. But this shit, she might get out of hands, man. And by the time the government is trying to pretend to help, it's gonna be late. Also, you always remember there's always our agents out there, man. They hire to go ahead and do certain things and to lead people on, man. For there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because of their pride. The city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. Okay, so we might see this here happen in Chicago from the 1st of January, man. She might just get out of hands, you know. Just might see it. So with that, hopefully this was edified. to you brothers out there and sisters out there. Hey, shalom.